I have had enough of you.
Then go, before I put you down.
Yo, what's up YouTube? How y'all doing? It's your boy Xombat coming at you with another guide. This time we're going to be covering Kung Lao, which is also a highly requested character. I know it's been a while since I did a guide. You know, the last one was Liu Kang. But you know, I was doing like video guide, so I want to do like, you know, upload a few gameplay videos in a row. And after this video, I did do a tier list, so that will probably be uploaded. This is my first official MK1 tier list. So I will be uploading that either the next video or then the video after. So hope you guys enjoy that as well. But yeah, today we're gonna be covering Kung Lao. And Kung Lao in this game is a very good character. Now, what he excels at is he's really like, if I really want to tell you his playstyle, he's just an armor machine and he just mixes you. Like, Kung Lao really does feel like he's playing MKX. You guys know MKX is all about 50-50s and, you know, armor and all that. Kung Lao kinda has like all the things about MKX. So he's a very well-rounded character. He does struggle in one department, which I will talk about, which are his normals. They don't go the farthest, but once you get a hit with this character and you start mixing, like, he can delete your health bar in 1 to 2 sequences. So yeah, as always, we start off the guide with the main buttons. So when it comes to Kung Lao, these are his main buttons. Now, the first button that's very important is his stand 1 and 1, 2. You don't really use these unless they're in combo. So these, unlike other characters, these are not really buttons you use with Kung Lao. You can use stand 1 as a stagger, which is actually neutral, which can be used. But I'll be covering why that's not like a really main button. But what Kung Lao has is, just like Liu Kang, I guess the Shaolin monks in this game, he has a 6-frame back 1, which is a 6-frame button. And like I covered in the Liu Kang guide, anytime you have a 6-frame button, it means you can punish something that's -7. So if Sub-Zero has, I'm not sure, does he have anything that's -7? Yes, he does, 1-2. If Sub-Zero does 1-2 on Kung Lao, which is safe across most of the cast, Kung Lao is able to punish this. And like I said, in MK is different because stand 1s are 7 frames, and if something is -7, normals have a frame of buffer on reversal, so you can't punish -7 with a 7-frame normal. You can only punish -8 with a 7-frame normal. But special moves are different. Special moves do not have a buffer on them, so you can punish -7 with a 7-frame special move. But this is a 6-frame special move, 6-frame normal. So if something is -7, you're able to punish it, which is a privilege in NRS games. So just like Liu Kang, he has a 6-frame punisher, so anything that's -7, you're able to punish this. And a lot of things are -7, like Raiden's overhead is -7. There's a lot of things. So for example, this string is safe. You know, I can't punish with a down 1, it's -7. But let me put Sub-Zero's frame counter on so you guys can see it. This is a -7 string, so I can't punish with my down 1, that's all 7. But with this, I can punish. And it leads to a launcher, and you get damage. You actually get a lot of damage off it. So already he has a 6-frame starter, which is very strong. And yeah. Now another kind of thing that Kung Lao has, his pokes. Well, his down 1, not really his pokes. His down 1 isn't the best. It's a good down 1, but it doesn't. Actually, no, it's not. It's not really a good down 1. It doesn't really reach. Like, his down 1 is very stubby, and that's the problem with his down 1. Is using it is kind of hard, like compared to Sub-Zero's down 1 that can hit you from like you see that range, right? This is what Kung Lao down 1 gets you. His down 1 is very bad, I won't lie. But what makes up for his down 1 being bad is his down 4 goes pretty far, and it's +15 on hit, which means you can do this and then mix them after. Like I say, he is a 50-50 character, so when you do this, you can go for a mix-up after this. And on block, I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, it's -6 on block as well, which is ridiculous. His down 3 is also pretty decent, -10, but you know, his down 4 is his best poke. Well, the stand 2, this button is +1, and it leads to one of his main strings, or no, not one of his main, it leads to his main string, which is, I'll cover later, it's +3. But this is also a good stagger, stand 2, it's +1 on block. And that's why I was saying you don't really use stand 1, but you can mix them up because they do look kind of similar. It is a backhand, but you know, those are good staggers. Back 2 is a mid, but I'm not gonna lie, you don't really do this unless you're whiff punishing. So this leads to his whiff punish meterless launcher. So if you see someone whiffing, then you throw this out, but on block you can stagger it. It's a decent stagger on block. So on block it's -4, but the full string leads to this, which is unsafe. So that's why you don't really use that string in general. Forward 2, this is one of his 50-50s. As I say, he's a 50-50 character, and this is one of them. It is unsafe on block, but with, you know, you can special cancel it. So this is one of your main 50-50s. And I will say Kung Lao is very heavily guided by his cameos. Obviously, Goro is the cameo you will see most Kung Lao players playing, because what it gives him is an armored launcher. And like I said, in MKX, you know how armor was a thing. Kung Lao's armor in this game is -7, so it's completely safe on flawless block. Unless you have a 6 frame. See, Kung Lao can punish his own armor because he has a 6 frame normal. But against most of the roster, like 99% of the roster, this is safe. And with cameo, this is how it hits normally. With Goro cameo, as you see most Kung Laos use, you're able to do this and get a full combo off of it. So he has an armor launcher that he can throw out at any time he has 1 bar. And it's also plus on block, which is, this is like, I was going to cover this, but like, it's kind of hard to talk about Kung Lao without covering this. It's an armor launcher that's plus on block, so that's why Kung Lao is very strong. That kind of makes up his whole toolkit. So yeah, he has 50-50s, which is also decided by Goro, which I'll cover the cameo later as well. Back 3 is a good button too. This is a 13 frame mid. You can use it as a stagger, and you can cancel into his strings, which are both safe on block, and yeah, they're just good to throw out there and, you know, kind of mix them a little, because this is overhead is 22 frames, this is low that's 20 frames. So he does have back 3, and his sweep is actually very good. It's actually a main part of his toolkit as well. Some sweeps in this game are plus, and Lao is one of those characters that has it. His sweep is +3 on block, which is kind of crazy for a sweep, and it also leads to a combo. So that's where the 50-50s come in. But yeah, those are the main buttons. So to recap, stand 1, good neutral stagger. Stand 2 is a +1 stagger that leads into your main string. Back 3 is a good stagger. Forward 2 is one of your main mix string, main overhead starters. So that's your 50-50 starter, and that's that is supported by a sweep, which is +3 and also leads to a combo. So his buttons are pretty good, but as you guys can see, like I said, his range is what he struggles with. He doesn't have like an advancing mid or an advancing like you know, like Sub-Zero. Even though he's like very bad in this game, he has forward 1, which reaches pretty far. Lao doesn't really have anything like that. He has this, but that doesn't go pretty far. That doesn't go far. He doesn't have like a forward 2. This is overhead, but you're not just throwing that out because of the recovery. So yeah, range is his problem, but his bonds are good. But yeah, now let's go into the strings. Alright, so Kung Lao strings are very good. The staggers I was talking about, like 1-2-1 leads to this, which is -6, and this leads to -4. That's 1-2. But this string you don't really use unless it's in a combo, because there's really no point of using this string, because other than 1-2 and 1-2-1, you have 2-1 and 2-1-2. Now, like I said, stand 2 is one of his best staggers, and it leads to his best string. So 2-1 is +3 on block, and this is sort of an auto shimmy. So an auto shimmy, if you guys don't know, is when a string looks like a grab and it hits the same timing as a grab. So if you try to tech a grab on reaction and I go for this, you're gonna get hit because you're trying to take a grab. So it's a +3 auto shimmy, and it's fully hit confirmed. But it's like, even if you commit to the whole thing, you're -5, and after you're -5, you have the armor mind game that I was talking about. So his main stagger, and then that's where you can do stand 2 grab. You know, that's +1, 2, 2-1, like that's +3. Like this string is very strong, and this bun, this back 2-4. Like I said, this is, you don't really throw this out on block, it's punishable, but if you get a whiff punish, or you know, it's also one of your main combo tools. So after like this, you do back 2-4. This is really just a combo thing. You don't really throw it out on block unless it's a whiff punish. Now back 3-3 and back 3-4 are also very good strings. On hit, they're just knockdowns like this, but the back 3-4 is an overhead, which is 22 frames, and back 3-3 is a low, so it's, you know, overhead low. You just gotta guess on the string. I think you can fuzzy. It is a 2-frame fuzzy. You might be able to, but it's kind of hard. So this is a very good like string to throw out. Like regardless if they block it or not, it's just a good string to throw out there. One button I did forget to mention is stand 3. This is a double hitting move that ends in overhead, and this is good for armor breaking. So if I set Sub-Zero on wake up, get up mode, wake up slide, and I do this on meaty, I will break his armor because it's a very and obviously not every armor, but it is a very good move to stuff armor. And I think it's neutral on block too, which is very strong about it. Yeah, it's neutral on block as well, so that's a button I forgot to mention, but that is very good as well. What else do you have? This string you don't ever use, so I mean, I'm not gonna include that. I just looked at it. I never even knew you had that string. That's not really a string you use. And as for that, that's really the. I mean, he only has like 3 strings you use, but I mean, those strings are good. Back 1-4 is also a decent string. It's -6, ends with a low. This is mainly used to complement his mix. Not really a string you just throw out there because this is a high. It's 6 frames, right? Like I said, but it is a high that doesn't really go anywhere. So you only do that on like punishes. So yeah, your main strings are 2-1, 2-1-2, back 3-3, and back 3-4. Those are your main strings. Guys, I added this little part in here to talk about the special moves, because Kung Lao special moves do need to be talked about because his special moves do make up a lot of his kit. He does have 2 great projectiles. Buzzsaw is a high hat that recovers pretty quickly on block. And if it hits, it actually knocks them down, and you're +40. So if you hit this, you can get in with a dive kick, which is also one of his main moves. As you guys know, Kung Lao is dive kick in every game. Dive kick in this game is it's great as well, no exception. It's a great mobility option to get in. It has barely any recovery, and the EX version also launches. So if I were to jump like Sub-Zero's Ice Ball and I EX my dive kick, it will punish for a full combo. So, you know, his dive kick is no exception. It's very good in this game, and it has basically no recovery. So it's a great mobility option. Launches on EX, and it is punishable on block. Obviously, that's like most dive kickers are. But it's very good in general. So dive kick is one of his main buttons to get main tools to get in. And with the hi hat that he has, the buzzsaw, he has hat toss, which is actually a mid. So you know they can't just duck this every time because he has a mid projectile. And the EX version of this goes so fast, like it is. Yeah, it's 16 frames. So from here, just you're not blocking, like it's hitting you. It is a pretty good chunk of damage too, 9%. So he has a high hat and he has a mid hat as well. So you can't just duck. The mind game is the mid hat is more punishable from a distance. It's -17. So if they're respecting that and trying to block that, then you can do this, and you're actually plus, or like -1 from a range. And his main armor move I talked about. This is it. The normal one is punishable, but you don't do the normal one unless you're doing a combo under. This is the main combo under. And you know the EX version is armor. And this move, down back 2, is actually a combo extender, and it's also a side switch. So if you want to end your combo and put them on the other side, you can end your combo down back 2, and then it'll put them on the other side. But it's also a combo extender, which you could do like stuff like this. And then after this you can combo. So that's pretty good for combo extender and side switch. And the spin isn't used a lot, but if they don't meaty you on time, it does start armored. So it's something you could throw out on wake up, but you don't really want to just use it neutral. It's not the purpose of it, it's just use it on wake up sometimes. But yeah, those are special moves. I did want to touch up on those because his special moves complement his kit in a big way. So yeah, from that, let's move on. So Kung Lao's cameos, he has 2 main ones. Goro is his main one that you will see a lot of Kung Lao players using, and the other cameo is Kung Lao cameo. So you play Kung Lao, yes. Now Goro cameo, as I showed, His armor move is -7, and with the Goro cameo, you make his armor move plus on block, plus you make it a launcher. So he gets an armor launcher, which is so strong in this game. Like if you have an armor launcher in this game, like it is annoying, especially a plus armored launcher. So yes, that is like one of the most broken features about Kung Lao in this game, is the fact that he has an armor launcher. And Goro also complements his mix, so you can do forward 2, which is the overhead, into Goro, and it makes it plus if you time it right. Sometimes you can punish it though, so it's not always safe. But forward 2 Goro does combo, that's one of his main mix-ups. And you can also call Goro to combo off his sweep. The sweep I showed them, it's +3 on block. You call Goro, you do sweep, and if you get hit by the low, he gets a full combo as well. So that's why I was saying Kung Lao is a 50-50 character. And with the 50-50s, he has an armored launcher, and yeah, he's just very Kung Lao is very strong. And now the other cameo, Kung Lao, Kung Lao cameo with Kung Lao, this allows him to get sort of safe mix, and his zoning becomes way better. So Kung Lao's projectiles, as I showed, are very strong. He has the high hat, he has the medium hat, the hat that hits mid, so he has those two. With Kung Lao cameo, you also get low hat to complement your zoning. Plus, you also get safe mix. So as you guys know, you can hold Kung Lao hat. So you can do forward 2, which is Kung Lao's overhead, into Lao. Or you could do like harder blockables. You do low hat, and then you just go like back 3, 4. You get good mix-ups. But what you do lose is you lose the armor launcher, which is a kind of a big thing with Lao. His armor launcher, like believe it or not, is also one of his best mids. As you guys do know, the special move goes mid. It hits mid and it goes pretty far. So that's also his best advancing mid in the game. So not only do you lose your armor launcher, you just lose the ability to, throw out a mid to combo as well. So that's why Lao is good, but Lao Goro is like the one that everyone uses, because having an armor launcher does 35% on hit and is plus on block for 1 bar meter is kind of ridiculous. So those are his 2 cameos. Goro is, I will say, the better one, but Lao can also be used in some matchups. Now let's get to the combos. Yeah, and that is basically the Kung Lao guide for today. Kung Lao, in essence, is a very get in your face type character. He has a good runaway game when he needs to play with his special move and his projectiles. And really, his armor launcher, once he gets going with his, his armor mind games and his mix, like, it does feel like you're just guessing. So he's a very, I'm trying to compare him to an MKX character because he's very oppressive in how he makes you guess. And at any time, like, you're pressuring him, he can just do armor into Goro. So he's a very strong character. Like I said, tier list will be coming out either next video or the video after that. So you will see where I placed him. I will tell you he is top 10, in my opinion. But yeah, I hope this guide helps you guys. I hope, I know I haven't done a guide in a while, but this one was highly requested, so I want to do it for you guys. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the love on the YouTube, and all you guys who have been coming to the Twitch over from YouTube. I appreciate y'all. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know the feedback on the guide if you guys liked it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great day. Much love as always. Peace out, y'all.